We're going to take a look at specific hip drills that are going to develop power, endurance and strength in this region, which is crucial for the triple jump, long jump and sprints. Okay, let's start off with the drills. We began the unit with some more static variants. So here it's pick the thigh up, extend the lower leg, keep the foot up and move the foot into the wall. Although you can step into the movement, with this one ideally I wanted the athletes to stand still, pick the thigh up and then extend out into the contact. If you're very strong in your hips, then this is going to transfer into your sprinting, for example. And if you've got the endurance, then of course the knee lift is going to persist when you're running. You can see a couple of the jumpers leaning back. We don't want that. We've got to be able to be straight on the torso, pick the leg up and extend into the contact. This could reflect a lack of strength or a lack of flexibility. We will do 2 to 3 sets of 10 repetitions on each leg. This is a variation on the first drill, a sort of standing leg extension. Again, make sure the body is upright and the thigh stays parallel as you work the foot out. In terms of further technical tips, the standing leg must be straight. You don't want to be sitting back on the movement. You've got to be upright and the hips open as you move the leg backwards and forwards. Now this is perhaps the toughest of the 3 exercises that you've seen. This one requires an isometric hold of the leg, hopefully at full extension and as close to parallel to the ground as you can. You'll see that quite a few of the group struggle with this exercise. It is tough. We will do 2 to 3 reps on each leg, holding for 5 to 10 seconds. After this exercise, I'll get the athletes to lightly jog or walk around so that they can loosen out their hips, and sometimes they will feel that their hips are cramping. So this exercise with this isometric action is a great one for strengthening the hip muscles and also protecting them against injury, as isometric actions are particularly good at doing that, for the tendons in particular. Next up, after the more static movements, we go into moving forwards variations, and here you can see the translation of the lifting of the hip and the extending of the foot into the contact into a marching, moving forwards type of drill. All the reps are done on one leg and then repeated on the other over 20 to 25 meters, 2 to 3 times. The bringing of the foot back into the ground. This must be active. Triple jumpers must be deliberate. Don't snatch at it. Push the foot away, bring it back and then strike. You've got to keep the range, and that's important for your phases. Next up, we progress to a skipping version, and it's important to travel forwards before you extend the leg and the foot out into the contact. These can be done single-sided or alternatively. Whichever version you do, and you're seeing both here, you have to hold the thigh up, as I keep saying throughout this video, before you push the lower leg out and the foot and bring that foot back into the contact. Again, if you're a triple jumper, you can use a double arm action whilst doing this drill, and in doing so make sure the arms travel forwards in conjunction with the thigh lift before you extend the lower leg out. I then added in this drill, which has 3 to 4 mini hops before the foot goes out into the contact. It's a bit of a sprint drill. However, if you maintain the range of the foot strike and extension, then you can make it more of a jumping drill, more of a triple jump drill in particular. We finished this unit with some pop stroke partial bounds, in that they're not fully open bounds, and the objective is to work on the foot contact aspect, so an element of the prior drills. This shows how I connect all the movements together in specific units across a training session. You'll see that some of the athletes are struggling a little bit with this drill. The objective is to swing the hip and then drop the leg down long into the contact, whilst then activating the foot into the contact to move the body across. So it's not a full-on lengthy bound, it's that pop movement that sends you up in the air, then you work through the ground with the foot contact to aid your transition from bound to bound. This particular unit was followed by some acceleration work and then some build-up runs into sprinting. As we're starting to transition into even faster work prior to the indoor season, which at the time of making this video is about 8 weeks away. I want to just say as well that if you're an athlete watching these videos, keep going with the drills, learn the movements, become as effective as you can. Don't just power through everything. Spend a little bit of time learning how to do the drills properly. This will transfer into your event and give you a much better technical ability. If you've any specific questions on the subject matter of this particular video, or indeed any of my others, then do leave a comment in the section below or through my other social media. Those of you who want to get a fuller grasp on how I plan training should consider becoming Coach Athlete members of the channel. Here, among other content, you'll find various training programs and plans from the various phases of the training year. Head over to the channel's homepage, go to the membership button and click, and you'll see the Coach Athlete offer. As usual, good luck with your training and any competitions that you've got coming up. And do subscribe to the channel. Do let me know what you think of my channel and the videos that I make. Do you want to see anything different? Would you like to see more athlete interviews, content from the athletes themselves, for example? Or would you like more vlog type material, seeing how the athletes react, develop? Let me know